think the thing that really convinced me that Exquisite Properties was where I wanted to work was that real estate is a risky proposition for a lot of people. There's no guaranteed income. It depends a lot on how hard you're willing to work and how much you're willing to put yourself out there to make that business happen. But the system that we have in place here was one that I felt like would support me and that would almost ensure that I couldn't fail unless I wanted to. Like I was going to have to try to fall on my face because the systems here almost guarantee success. When I started here, I worked as a showing partner with one of the very top agents. I served in that role for 12 months. Got to experience a lot of transactions, more than I ever could have dreamed possible for somebody in their first year of real estate. That exposure showed me so many different ways that a transaction could go right or wrong, and how to utilize every single paragraph of the contract to my client's benefit, so that when I was finished with that year, I was very prepared to step out on my own and to handle any situation that was thrown at me professionally. I've helped nearly 100 people find new homes in the 2.5 years that I've been a realtor. I can't think of any greater impact that I could have had in this profession other than what I was able to do working in the system at Exquisite. The Showing Partner program exists so that agents with little to no experience can come in and essentially shadow an experienced agent over an extended period of time to get a real sense of the variety that exists in the transactions that we do as real estate professionals. So I think the statistic that I've read previously is that the average agent in our city does between 8 and 12 transactions a year. As a showing partner, the first 12 months that I was active, I did 40 transactions, mostly on my own, and I think a total of 80 transactions with the agent that I was partnered with. So it really is just about taking the quantity of work that you would do as an independent agent over the course of 4 or 5 years and compressing it into a 12-month period so that your learning is accelerated tremendously. The value of being a showing partner is almost incalculable. The ability to have the exposure to the quantity of work that you get as a showing partner so that you can then go forward as your own agent and know the things that you know as fast as you learned them in that 12 months makes you one of the best agents in the business. There's no education you can get like being a showing partner. The commitment that you make when you choose to be a showing partner is a 12-month commitment. The reason behind that is because in the first half of that year, the agent that you're working with is putting a lot of time and effort into bringing you up to speed and increasing your capabilities. The second half of that year tends to be you're working more independently and you're more capable of operating without the oversight of that agent, but you're now benefiting that agent's business in return for the education that you've received and will continue receiving over the course of that full year. Having worked as a showing partner and now having a showing partner of my own, I know what it feels like. I know what the experience is. And so I told my showing partner, if we're doing this right, then at about 5 months, you're gonna feel like I'm really ripping you off. And I'm not. But you will feel like that if things are going well. And then at 7 months, you're gonna think, wow, I didn't know what I was talking about. I really had a lot to learn, but now I'm getting ripped off. And you're not, but every step of the way you think, wow, I've learned so much. There couldn't possibly be anything else, but there is. You're gonna keep learning constantly. I think, I can say the financial impact of choosing to be a showing partner, it's not insignificant. The salary is not real high, and when you start to imagine the commissions that you can make as a real estate agent, it may be hard to swallow. I personally had to take a pay cut to leave the work that I was doing before to become a showing partner. And I had to have conversations about that with my family and make sure that we were going to be able to continue and pay bills. But when I thought about the relatively short period of time, 12 months, that I was going to have to still make money, but make less than I might otherwise make, in exchange for learning how to make good money in commissions for the rest of my life, it was well worth it. The alternative, where I could have said, okay, I'm going to go out and do this on my own right away, and there's no guaranteed income, and maybe I'll do really well, but maybe I won't. That doesn't work when you're inexperienced, when you don't have a background in this business and you have to learn everything from the ground up. Getting that license doesn't make you good at making money in real estate. So to be able to take that step back temporarily in order to catapult myself into another income bracket for good was well worth it. If you're trying to decide whether you should be a showing partner or just go out on your own as an independent agent, I would say 100% be a showing partner. What you will learn is tremendous. At every stage that you think you've learned all there is to know, it turns out there's way more to learn. And the extent of knowledge that you gain in that time period is, there's no dollar amount that you can put on it. So since exiting the showing partner program and operating as an independent agent, I feel like I've had remarkable success on my own. Each year that I've been independent, I've closed about $10 million in sales. I've averaged between 30 and 40 transactions completed each year. Made a lot of friends. I've bought a new car. I have spent a lot of time doing the things that I want to do because I can afford to do it. It's still a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time, but I love every minute of what I do. The different opportunities for new agents or people interested in starting with Exquisite really are tailored to whatever situation suits you best. So we have new agent training, we have a scholarship program for brand new agents, and we have the showing partner program that I participated in. That really is the most immersive. That's the one that's really going to get you out there and get you exposed to the work the fastest at the highest volume, and with a mentor essentially that's going to use their experience to help you quickly get up to speed on everything that could happen when you're out there working on your own. This is the only brokerage that I've ever worked at, but I've heard stories about other places where there's a real cutthroat environment, where there's not a lot of trust between people because everyone is out to get the dollars that somebody else might be chasing. We're a team here. We're helpful. We're invested in each other's success. There's nothing that makes me happier than seeing everybody else in this building succeeding at the same level that I am. And if I can contribute to that, that makes me just as happy as when I'm building it for myself. So Mia Harper, the broker of Exquisite Properties, is the agent that I worked with when I was a showing partner. I really benefited from having a one-on-one relationship with the guy who started all of this. I didn't know what that was going to be like going into it. I didn't know him before I started working here, but I couldn't have gotten more lucky. He's helpful and generous and knows a million things and is happy to share every single one of them with the people who work with him and for him so that they can achieve the same success that he's been able to achieve in this business. Everything that I have, everything that I've been able to do is because of the programs that we have in place at Exquisite Properties, because of the support that we have here on the team, and because of the fantastic people that provide and continue to provide these opportunities for me and everybody else that's here.